A comedian who joked about Prince Philip as he learned on stage about his passing revealed he received death threats after his gags went viral. Lewis Spears, an Australian comedian, revealed his decision to double down on gags at the expense of Prince Philip after learning he had died on that same day didn't go down well with some members of the public. During an interview with SBS Insight due to be aired on Wednesday evening, Mr. Spears said older Britons in particular were furious when his jokes reached them after going viral online. Speaking to host Kumi Taguchi, who asked the 27-year-old comedian where's the line when it comes to humor and what happens when you cross it, Mr. Spears said, "I've never had so many death threats from people that were so close to death themselves. It was profoundly positive, but there was like a really loud minority that were incensed and very angry and upset." Mr. Spears said the negative and angry reactions were fueled by the media and how it portrayed his jokes after they became viral. Despite revealing he had received death threats, the comedian said the stand-up set was one of the best he has ever done. Describing it as a privilege his jokes on Prince Philip were filmed, the comedian added, "It's something that I feel real privilege that I managed to capture on film and can never be replicated." Joking again at the expense of the Duke of Edinburgh and the royal family, Mr. Spears added, "Because those were pre-written jokes that I was doing about Prince Philip at the comedy festival for 10 nights in a row. So if anything I should maybe apologize to the royal family because I think I killed him. I may have cursed him." During the recent interview, Mr. Spears referred to the stand-up set he did on April 9. The comedian was in the midst of mocking Prince Philip, saying he was 3,000 years old when a member of the audience shouted, "He died tonight." Visibly astonished by the news, Mr. Spears then read the announcement concerning the Duke's death from the phone of a member of the public. Doubling down on his jokes despite learning of Philip's death, Mr. Spears said, "I have to say, bit overdue." The audience appeared to appreciate the joke, as many welcomed it by bursting into laughter. Mr. Spears then added, "Are we sure he died today? I reckon he died 10 years ago and they wheel him out attached to strings at special events." Hours after the show, Mr. Spears tweeted, alongside a clip from his set, "I tell a Prince Philip joke, then he dies. Too soon." The message split Twitter users, with some welcoming it while others expressed their disappointment. Twitter user at PostmodernFilms tweeted at the time, "This couldn't have been more perfect." Another, at Nihil611, simply said, "Love it." On the other hand, at Tonka9754 tweeted, "Now how about some jokes about one of your family members, Granny maybe, dying? I'm sure that'll be hilarious." And at Angry Exile said, "No, but saying it's overdue when an old woman is grieving the death of the guy she's been with for over 70 years isn't funny. Don't get me wrong, I'd vote to abolish the monarchy in a heartbeat if asked. But glee when one of them dies is ugly, unbecoming, and unhelpful." Prince Philip died at Windsor Castle on April 9. His death was announced at noon on that same day by Buckingham Palace. A brief statement read, "It is with deep sorrow that Her Majesty the Queen announces the death of her beloved husband, His Royal Highness the Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh. His Royal Highness passed away peacefully this morning at Windsor Castle. Further announcements will be made in due course." The royal family join with people around the world in mourning his loss.